Grace Family Pharmacy announces new medication packaging service. It provides a simpler, safer medication experience through convenient, personalized packaging using the latest in pharmacy robotics. We're located at 357 West Main Street. Our phone number is 931-473-6418.
McMinnville, you're a great place to be. McMinnville, Tennessee.
Communitytvtn is brought to you by Security Federal Savings Bank, proudly serving the community we call home.
Not many things last a lifetime, but when they do, there's something special. Dr. Pepper. Good for life, good for the community.
Douglas and Lanier, that's where I choose to be. Douglas and Lanier, that's the agency for me.
For rock-solid insurance coverage or sound financial planning for my family's future, Douglas and Lanier is where I choose to call home.
The My Usage app is a way to conveniently pay online, anytime, day or night. You can also come by any Caney Fork Electric office and sign up for the prepay option available using the My Usage app. Know exactly how much electricity is used each day and the cost. Best of all, no monthly bill. You can set up email or text alerts, keep track of your usage, and pay your bill, all with the My Usage app from Caney Fork. Caney Fork Electric, keeping you informed.
And welcome to this edition of Community Insider and also Warren First 931. I'm Jonathan Womack. I'm going to start the show with Jerry Lassiter, who is the president of the EAA,
right,
locally here in Warren County. And this is the Warren County Aviation Day celebration, I guess. It's
Absolutely.
a celebration. You've had several things going on today. Just give us an overview, sort of what this day really was today.
The Aviation Appreciation Day for Warren County is to get people in the community to come out and see what is able to be enjoyed out here at the airport. It's important for the airport to build a relationship with the community and the education area, because the Experimental Aircraft Association is really designed to bring in young people through the high school education program that we have available, and to get them involved in aviation and all types of aviation. They could be not only pilots, they can be air traffic controllers, they can be navigators, they can be administrative people in airports, they can run airports like this, and so it's very important for us to bring young people in like you've seen here today.
It's amazing. The EAA is a part of, I guess, people who flies planes, and that association is always looking for the future.
That's right.
And what I hear today, and I hear this talked up a whole lot, is maybe the aviation program may be coming to Warren County in the future. That's
exactly what we're working with. We're hoping to work with the Warren County Education Association, or the administration of the Warren County schools, and provide them some a roadmap to possibly get the aviation programs into the schools, because that, one of the things they always are concerned about is the funding and that type of thing, because education is tough to fund anyway. But what we're doing is making our services available. We have a complete roadmap for them. We also can help them understand the funding situation, and it's not that bad. We know we can help them a bunch.
Awesome. Jerry, it's exciting to hear what future there is for Warren County in aviation. It's awesome to see the beautiful airport here at Warren County Memorial Airport, and we appreciate you guys being a part of this. We got some more interviews on the way. Also, a keynote speaker. Tell us just a little bit about the keynote speaker.
Derek Rowe is a multifaceted guy. He was with the British Air Force as a helicopter pilot, and has a great background in that, but due to some health problems, he had to find a different route, and so he's now in education in the in the Tullahoma schools, and is teaching the aviation programs there. He's got a wealth of information and probably, in fact, he was just inducted into the Tennessee Aeronautics Hall of Fame. So he's very, very well respected statewide, and we are really lucky to have him.
Hi, this is my grandfather, Jack Puckett. I want to introduce him and want to thank him for all that he's done for this airport and aviation in Warren County.
I'm glad that I was able to do a few things. Very few, but one of them was important to me.
Hello everyone, I'm Jason Cripps. I'm the chairman of the airport the committee here at the Warren County Veterans Memorial Airport. And we were here today primarily for us to do a presentation for Mr. Jack Puckett, who has been a large part of this community for several years. And it's very important for us to recognize the people that have developed this airport and been a part of the community for many years and is still a part of the community. And so we've enjoyed this today. It's been a good event. We had the breakfast this morning, and it's just it's an awareness to get people involved in the aviation, especially the younger people, because that's where the future of aviation is. Many years ago, myself as a young child, teenager, got interested in flying by simply watching them fly over the farms. And so now, you know, after a career in aviation, I realize that it's my turn to pass it on. I still enjoy the flying, but you know, if we can get the younger people involved in it and interested in it, then that's what it's all about. So it's been a great day here at Warren County Veterans Memorial Airport, and we're looking forward to many more of these in the future. So thank you very much.
Welcome back to this edition of Community Insider. We're Mr. Terry Bell, the county executive. Tell us what you think this means for Warren County. We've heard a lot about the history, but what does this mean for Warren County in its future?
The airport is really important. People don't understand how much it does to our economic impact and our businesses that come into the town and want to locate here and provide work for our local people, because they fly these planes in. And right now we're really proud of our airport. We're trying to do some things to improve our airport and bring more attention to our airport.
I know off camera we had talked how hopefully there is several things that hopefully we can put together once we find the funding so that Warren County Airport can be even bigger. Is that right?
That's exactly right. We would love to have someday a private partnership with a restaurant to be out here on the airport, which you wouldn't have to actually fly in. Other individuals of the county could come in and eat there too. But we would get a lot of people fly in, buy fuel at our airport, support our airport, eat at the restaurant, and then fly back. And we also are in the process right now of talking to a guy that works on airplanes, and he's wanting to do a private partnership with putting in a mechanics shop here for airplanes, which would be huge for Warren County if that happens. And I just think it would be a great thing for Warren County, because we really do have a really nice looking airport. If you've not been out here, I want to encourage everyone to take the time to come out. This is going to become an annual event, Jonna.
That's great.
And we want everybody to come out here and take a look at what we're doing out here at the airport.
Mr. Paul Sherrill, State Representative. We have several things off camera we've talked about: the importance of airports in general in Middle Tennessee and the importance of this local one here in Warren County. You have local connections. You representing this area, you know how important the airport is to this community. What would you say in the future wise why it's so important to support the Warren County Airport?
Well, thank you for the opportunity to be here today. It is an honor and a privilege to be here to support this program that helps our young people get into the aviation and wanting to become a pilot. And as we were saying, our son, Lee Sherrill, he's 19 now, but he as a young man, we was at the White County Airport and I think about 5 years there that he was in this program. program, roughly, and he flew with a lot of different pilots that come from different places. A great program, and today here we are here in Warren County Airport. This is a great opportunity for our young people to get in aviation. We've had some good speakers today telling us how important aviation is, and it is, and people maybe not realize how important it is, but you take businesses that may be big industrial businesses that's here in Warren County, they like to have an airport close by. If they've got customers that's coming in from wherever, they can fly in here instead of drive in, and in today's society, with all the traffic's on the highway, they like to fly in, and they can just get in a car here and go a couple miles down the road, and they'll be at one of these factories here in Warren County. So aviation is very critical. You think about Nashville, how big, I mean, it's just growing leaps and bounds. And this right here is a beautiful airport, and it's growing since I've been elected. I've tried to help in things that they've done here. I encourage people to support our airports. I try to. That's why I'm here today. Support the airport, support these programs that we're trying to help our students. All I know to do is say support it. It's good because, and two, not only just being a support of it, but hey, you get a young person that wants to become a pilot and go through the school, and my son was looking at it. If he goes through a school like MTSU or something like that, they got a pilot for, say, Southwest. You know, they're $300,000 a year.
That's right.
You know, so it's a real good tool, and I understand that, as we was talking in there earlier, maybe trying to get more of this into the school system.
That's right.
And I think it would be great to talk to Mr. Swallows, superintendent of the school, and I believe he would be on board for it. I know in White County, they have got a simulator that they've brought from Motlow, and I believe they're putting it at the airport up in White County. So it's a plus. It's just a great program, and it can be a great tool for our young people to go forward. And we need, in my understanding, we're short on pilots.
That's right. That's right.
So
hey, I hear that all the time.
Yeah. So we need it.
Yeah.
You know. So it'd be good.
Well, we have enjoyed the day today, Paul. We want to thank you for the interview.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate everything you do in our community.
Yeah.
And make sure you stay tuned. We still got more interviews on the way.
Hi there. My name is Kelly Bassam, and I grew up here at the Warren County Airport. My dad was the fixed-based operator for 13 years. Back in the 60s and 70s, my mom soloed when she was pregnant with me, so I've been flying since before I was born. We had airplanes here and there and everywhere. Like everybody has a family car, we had family airplanes. And we grew up, I grew up in the terminal building. I was 5, after my 5th birthday, we moved over here and then went to, until I was in the 6th grade. Then we moved to that house over there, which now is a veterinarian place. So, been doing it ever since, forever. My dad had a nursery in Viola. After he left aviation, he went to do nursery. He had a place in Viola and had a runway beside the house in the middle of the nursery. Kept the airplane out there, and they had a place in Florida, not just below Tampa. We'd have breakfast in Viola and lunch in Tampa. Still have the airplane. The airplane that I have is it's the last airplane that Dad bought. It's the last airplane he flew, and it's the last airplane he flew in. We still have it, and I'll probably have it until I can't fly no more.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Derek Rowe. I'm here at Warren County Airport for the inaugural meeting of the Warren County Experimental Aircraft Association Chapter 1700 meeting, and it's a wonderful thing that they're doing here, and I'm a high school teacher, and I also work with schools across Tennessee to create and develop high school programs. it's one of the most important things for an EAA chapter and local airport like Warren County to be involved in high school aviation for the realism and the support that a chapter like this and an airport like this gives students who are the future of this country and the aviation industry. And it's imperative that you, if you're watching this now, go and speak to your school leadership, your school boards, find out if they have an aviation program at your high school, and if they have, wonderful, go and support them. If they haven't, ask them why not. Anyway, this is a project here that the students are building, and if you look at the materials there, you notice a lot of cardboard. We use cardboard because it's cheap, but we build things out of cardboard. And this is an AOPA practical lab. And what we're doing, can anybody recognize that? It's a wind tunnel. And it's one of the first wind tunnels that the Wright brothers built, okay? And in the top end there, the flute end, we've got one of those box fans. You know the box fans? And then when you come down from the flute to the sort of square bit, there's 500 drinking straws in there. So the fan draws the air in. They go through the straws and it makes the airflow, because the fan is circulating it like a propeller. It's not going to be any good in a wind tunnel because you need linear flow. So it goes through the straws and becomes linear. And then what we do is we introduce smoke into it. So now you can see the linear airflow. And in the top, you can't really see it there because they haven't cut it in on the side. But there's plexiglass on the top and the side. So we have the aerofoils in there. And we set up our weighing scales, the little mini weighing scales. So now the students can see the effect of airflow over the wing, which we all know is how an airplane flies. We do know that, do we? Yes? Good. So when they're building this, they're having some fun, and they are making something, and they take it home with them. They love it. For those of you that don't recognize this, this is the Tennessee Aviation Hall of Fame. The guy standing next to me, my outfit, by the way, is a Welsh kilt outfit. I'm Welsh. The tartan is Pride of Wales. And the guy standing next to me, the soldier there, that's Jason, one of my students from McGavock High School. He was an engineering student I taught. And then he came to me. He was going to go to engineering university and become an engineer. And then about 6 months before he graduated, just after Christmas, he came to me and said, I want to be an Army helicopter pilot like you. Can you help me? So I did, and worked with him. And then in August 2022, he actually called me in April and asked me if I would do him a favor and pin his wings at his graduation. Like, do me a favor. I'm telling you, I was blubbering like an idiot while I was doing that there. The gentleman standing just to be behind me to my left, and the lady, that's his parents. And I asked him, have you not asked your father to do it? And he said, well, I've spoken to my father, but you've been with me all through my training and at high school, and I wanted you to do it. And I've spoken to my father, and he's agreed. So when we were called up to pin the wings, I called his father and his mother up with me, which was wonderful. So this is at Fort Rucker. And this is Jason. He's now in South Korea as an Apache helicopter pilot, and he's just re-enlisted, so he can stay in South Korea for another 2 years. And the reason he wants to stay there is because his grandmother is a GI bride from Korea after the Korean War, and when she married Jason's grandfather, they moved to America and she was never allowed back. But now she goes over for the first time ever to revisit her family over there, which is amazing. It's wonderful. And then this here, the reason I had this photograph taken is there's a Bell 47 helicopter behind me there at the Rucker Museum. And that shows full circle from my start in aviation to really, I would call these my autumn years in aviation. One of the things about being a high school teacher is you have to be, as well as a teacher, you've got to market the program. And really, that's what I'm doing here today, marketing the program. Because we need support, and we're not talking about money, okay? We can get money. We need physical support, the support of the aviation and industry and the community, yes? So I used to enter competitions. This was the Harbour Freight Tools for Schools, and in 2019 I won runner-up. The thing about this is that this money went to the program. The toolbox came to me, and that's in my workshop at home now, okay? But it shines light on the program, yes? You know, you get publicity and things like that for this. And then, as part of being a high school teacher and what people say I do for aviation, I was inducted into the Aviation Hall of Fame in November last year, which is a really huge honor. But again, for me, what it does is it shines light on the program, and that's the most important thing about it. And you know, that comes back round to these little ones sitting with us now. So when you look at them, one day, as I say, they're going to be the leaders, and we're probably all going to be gone then. But we need to be sure that we're leaving behind a legacy, yes, and something that they can work for. We have elected officials here with us today, which is wonderful, and we applaud them, and we know how tough a job they have. We think it's easy being an elected official, but it isn't, because people are coming at them from all directions, and it's a really difficult job. People think the county executive, he can do things like that, but he can't. You know, he has a process to follow, and people blame him because he's the public face. But I congratulate people like that. At the Hall of Fame induction, I brought my students with me because they are the most important people, yes? They are the reason that I won, or that I was inducted into the Hall of Fame. And that's 4 of my students there. And we have Thomas on the right, next to the CTE director, and then Andrew next to me, and then Claire. Claire you saw earlier flying a simulator, so she's going to MTSU, and Ali there. Ali is one of triplets, and the triplets graduated yesterday evening from Tullahoma High School, which is wonderful. And then the principal is on the left there. That's the plaque they gave me to take home. There's another plaque a little bit bigger down in Sevierville. And I just wanted to close with a couple of pictures of my students, and the reason I love these photographs is the smile on their faces. This is at Smyrna Airport on the ramp, and this was at that Girls in Aviation Day, and you can see this is the end of it, and rather than be, you know, wanting to go home and get it all over with, they're just as happy as you can be. And their smiles, and that's what it's about. We want students to come to school and smile and go home at the end of the day. And the most important part about it is you people, not me. I get paid to do what I do, yes? Now, to me that's not important. That pays the mortgage, it pays the bills, yes? It allows us, you know, to drive here and to meet you wonderful people. But to the students, I'm just their teacher. You are the important people in this, okay? Without people like you, I can't do my job. It's a very difficult job. So I'll just leave that as a closing picture to see how the students smile and how you make that happen.
Hey, I'm Andrew Buck. and this is a Pete and Pole air camper, originally designed in 1929. I'm going to do a quick pre-flight before I take off. Just going to inspect all the cables here, make sure all these pins have their safety wires, each one. These are to stabilize the tail. Been flying almost 7 years now. There are about 300 Pete and Pole air campers that are flying in the U.S. currently. So there aren't a whole lot, about 6 per state.
Whose is this?
This is mine. Just recently purchased it.
How long did you own one before that?
I've never owned before one. I'm just 19 years old. Yes, sir.
Are you from Warren County?
I'm from Lincoln County. But Warren County is a wonderful airport. I love to fly out of here.
How long does it take you to get from Warren County to Lincoln?
Probably about 40 minutes. Not bad. 40 minutes by airplane, hour and a half by car. Make sure I have all of my registration and applicable airworthiness documents. Let's go along the trailing edge. Inspect the fabric. Check these control surfaces. Make sure all the cables are moving properly. This is composed completely of wood and fabric. There's hardly any metal in it at all. So it's a very old design. One of my friends here had it hangered here, and so I just bought it off of him. Originally they did not have brakes, but these are some Cleveland brakes that have been added. It's really nice. So originally they were hand props, so you'd like that. But this one has had a electric starter added. I don't fly when it rains. The fabric can handle it, but the wood over time will get warped. Check all these spark plugs. These spark plugs are antique. They cost $120 each. So I try not to break them. It's important to always visually inspect your fuel. Make sure there really is the fuel that's indicated in here. See, this float is wet. There's definitely fuel in there. Go ahead and take this clip off. This is the pitot tube that tells you your airspeed information.